Football is often about profiles. You see a tall dude with a sturdy physique, you'd quickly guess that he's a centre-back or centre-forward, a giant dude with long arms and huge palms. Yeah, definitely goalkeeper. You see a small player who's not so strong but very technical, you'd likely guess he's a 10 or central midfielder. Profiling is what we do in this sport, and recently there's a type of profile that has become very scary in a particular position. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with ability, but it has become a pattern that just cannot be ignored, so we just had to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, football has a scary Dreadlocks winger problem. Anybody who watched Jeremy Doku against Liverpool the other day will likely agree with us in an instant. The Belgian running at you is one of the scariest sights for any defender right now. He didn't only score against Liverpool, he completed the most dribbles, won the most duels, and was fouled the most times of any player on the pitch that day. He was named the Player of the Match and the Player of the Match Week by the Premier League after that electric performance. When Doku is in the mood, he's just completely unstoppable. But even with how good he is perhaps not even the best example of this. Have you seen Michael Olise go? That dude is easily one of the best wingers in the world right now. He can score and create at a phenomenal level, and he's super consistent too. He already has 14 goal involvements in 17 appearances this season, and last season he had 43 in 55 appearances in what was just his first season at a top club like Bayern Munich. And what's crazy about this dude is that everyone knew he was special right from when he was at Crystal Palace. It was just a matter of time before he grew into the world-class player he actually is. And speaking of Crystal Palace, his teammate from back then, Eberechi Eze, can also be squeezed into this category. Yes, he's primarily an attacking midfielder, but when he's on the wing, he's also pretty scary. We expect that he'll play a considerable amount of minutes on the wing this season when Odegaard returns, so yes, he belongs in this category. Now, this next guy we're about to talk about might be one of the scariest of the lot, but just before we get to him, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Now, let's talk about Rafael Leão. When it comes to pure ability, there are not many wingers in his generation on the level of Leão. You can argue that he's not as consistent, but perhaps that's down to the environment he's in. But when he's in flow state, this guy is just absolutely unstoppable. He can dribble, carry the ball, create and score brilliant goals. He was named Serie A MVP in 2022 and finished as the top assist provider in the league in 2024. So there's actual evidence that he's a real problem. We would love to see him move to a more stable club that fights for trophies every season, so we can actually confirm our theory about him. Meanwhile, one winger who's already at a stable club is Bradley Barcola. Yes, the hairstyle experts will say that he doesn't have locks, but well, that's close enough, so I guess you can allow it. Barcola is a crazy baller. He's fast, a great dribbler, sharp shooter, and he is one who always causes chaos. He already has a few trophies in his cabinet at the age of 23, but he hasn't even reached his peak yet. This guy has incredible potential. If he starts to get more responsibility, we believe he can go on to be one of the best players on the planet. Another player that has that kind of potential is Antoine Semenyo. Do we even need to say much about him? This dude is absolutely insane, and the fact that he's doing what he's doing at Bournemouth makes it even more impressive. Semenyo is a player who can do it all by himself. He's a true maverick. He bullies defenders easily, has insane shot power, and can shoot with his left or right, is a skillful entertainer, and he also tracks back and has insane work rate. He's really the perfect player, and you just know he's about to be a world beater once he gets his big move. It's just going to be a Michael Olise story all over again. Another dreadhead winger going from a mid-table Premier League team to a big club and becoming one of the best in the world. Speaking of, Nico Williams is already one of the best wingers in the world, and what does he have on his head? Yeah, you guessed right, dreadlocks. He's super fast, is one of the best dribblers in the world, and he's a good striker of the ball. We saw how he helped Spain win the Euros last year, even opening the scoring in the final. He's just top quality. This guy is so good that Barcelona tried to sign him in back-to-back summers. Could it be the hair? You tell me. And yes, Anthony Elanga has not been so great this season, but he still belongs in this category. His strength and lightning speed will always make him a scary sight for any defense. We all saw what he did at Forest last season, which earned him a £55 million move in the summer. We have no doubt that he'll eventually come good for Newcastle after he settles in properly. And of course, we just could not leave the reigning African Footballer of the Year out of this. Ademola Lookman. That's another winger with dreads who's really scary. He has so much energy, speed and shot power. We saw him become the first player to score a hat-trick in a one-legged men's European final in 55 years. The same year he carried Nigeria to the final of the AFCON for the first time in over a decade. So, you know, he's really good. This season he has not been at his best, and that's obviously because he has not been happy at Atalanta for some time. But when he's in the right environment, the Nigerian winger is a real menace. Speaking of Nigerian wingers, Samuel Chukwueze is another scary winger who carries dreadlocks. Fans of Nigerian football will bear witness that he may not have the best output every time, but he's a scary player to go up against because of how good he is at dribbling. Mohamed Kudus also carries dreadlocks sometimes, and he's one player who's just absolutely unstoppable. His strength, ball carrying, dribbling, crossing and ball striking makes him one of the scariest wingers to go up against. He currently has the most assists in the Premier League despite having just moved to a new club, so you know he's a very dangerous player. Even before he moved to England, he was a real menace at Ajax, one of the best dribblers in the world. Noni Madueke is also a pretty scary player. He's a great dribbler, ball carrier and is just generally a player who can make things happen. We were just about to see the very best of him this season after his move to Arsenal, but sadly he picked up an injury. We're sure he'll go on to ball for the Gunners once he's back fit. So, looking at all of this, I guess it's safe to say that if your team is lacking on the wings, one easy makeshift solution could be looking within your squad. If you have any player with dreadlocks, just put him on the wings and he'll probably do a good job. We've seen Eduardo Camavinga play on the wings and he wasn't bad at all. Alex Iwobi too has played some games on the wing and he has been good last season. He played mostly on the wings for Fulham and he ended up with 15 Premier League goal involvements. Jeremy Frimpong is a beast on the flanks as well. His speed, quick feet and deadly crosses make him very suited for the right wing, and we've seen him play in that position a few times already and he has never looked out of place. Even Patrick Dorgu will make a very good winger, we're sure. He has the pace and the shot power to do a good job on the wing. If you decide to throw things back a bit, you'd see that this has actually been a theme for some time. The likes of Wilfried Zaha and Alan Saint-Maximin were all dreadheads in their prime, and they were absolutely scary. Their dribbling in particular was nuts, and I guess you could say that's the underlying theme. You would hardly see a winger with dreads who can't dribble. Nico Williams, Rafael Leao, Antoine Semenyo, Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, Jeremy Doku, Michael Olise, Ebrechi Eze. These are some of the best dribblers in world football right now. So I guess you can say these wingers are all dreaded. Yes, pun definitely intended. So if you're asked to work as a scout and you want to get a new terrifying winger, you now know what to look out for. Or if you're trying to make it as a winger, you already know what to do. You're welcome. Are there more wingers with dreadlocks you would say are also very scary? And what other distinguishing features do you think are common amongst players in a particular position on a football pitch? Get in the comments and talk to us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye.